happening the rest of the week. Tomorrow, we are going to have target practice at 6 p.m. Pacific, talk show that Josh is going to be hosting. On Wednesday, we'll be back at 11 a.m. Pacific or at 8 p.m. CET with the round of 8 from our qualifiers. Still all best of 3, and we'll try and cast as many of those matches as we can. And then on Friday, we'll actually have the big old semifinals and finals, which are all best of 5.
Yep, and that'll be very exciting. But right now, we have Kawa attacking in. Oh, look at this. Dignitas not the only team who likes to take this forward defensive position, as Swedish aimers basically just rush at him, already taking off 1 point of armor. But Kawa, the leadoff attacker, did have a really, really good round, hitting a lot of really good shots in the previous match against... who was it against? I already forgot. Thrice. Oh,
yes.
yeah, that's right. We cast Thrice twice, and now we're casting Dignitas twice. If only Thrice had beaten Dignitas.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. We could have casted them thrice.
Oh.
Trying his Neo moves there, but gets pegged, and that's a defensive round taken for Swedish aimers. They've done pretty well for themselves.
All right, I'm not sure what Fet G is, but Nicodemus will be attacking in now for Swedish aimers. They don't have a fancy clan tag or anything like that, like we saw out of Exordium and like we see on Dignitas. So actually makes me think that these guys are just friends, perhaps, and just trying their best to earn that trip. Garpy posted up behind the partition there. Zacubus actually going to be the first one to take off a point of armor. Nicodemus getting pegged from the side by Kawa as well. Takes out Kawa. Garpy is a little bit exposed, but Zacubus hops up and finishes him off there with that third rocket.
Okay, so 2 defensive rounds taken. This is a pretty dynamic map, though. I think Collided is probably the best out of our normal rotation, I think, in being able to have very exciting attack rounds, but it's not as defensively minded as, say, something like Castle or Fortress is.
Right, and Fortress and Castle are pretty defensive. Archways is pretty defensive as well, as it's very open, and there's a lot of opportunity for defense to take out the attackers on the way up to the point. Garpy actually already losing 2 armor, but taking out the defender, not in the worst situation in the world, but it is going to be tough. He also doesn't want to put himself on the high ground at any point. Oh, look at that Alliance actually moving to the side. I don't think he... Oh, he does see him. Man, Garpy waited that out. Incredible patience there from him, waiting for Alliance to come around the side and taking him out.
I think he was a little frustrated by missing him jump onto the high ground. He sat there for like 2 seconds afterwards. And unlike what they were joking about in the last one, he can't actually just become invisible, but he lands the last shot, and there is an attack round in the back for Dignitas. Yeah,
that actually was a really scary position for Garpy the whole way through, but with some nice patience and a little bit of a sneaky move there, actually managed to pick off all the defenders. So putting Dignitas up 1 attacking round to none could prove to be the difference in this first map. Kawa taking his normal position, waiting for Alliance to go past so he can sneak behind him, like we've seen a couple of times out of him already. It looks like Garpy is going to be playing front again. Zacubus nearly lands that prediction rocket, and Kawa is sneaking behind him, I believe. Yes, there's already 1 armor taken off.
Kawa's been doing pretty well with that. I mean, it does keep him exposed, and he pays for it right there. 1 armor for 1 defender is an equitable trade for both sides.
Yep, Garpy and Zacubus still moving around. Oh, great shot there on Zacubus. That was a longer range one. If Alliance can just keep dodging these rockets, he'll have a good chance to tie things up, essentially, with another attacking round. The goal's open now. I don't know where Garpy is, and wow, look at that. Alliance taking that attacking round immediately after Garpy did.
And Swedish aimers just managed to get themselves on the board there, tying things back up, and Zacubus now trying to swing things back in Dignitas' favor.
Okay, we'll see which defensive positions Swedish aimers want to take against Zacubus. Zacubus, again, has a little bit of a flair for dramatic attacking rounds. He likes to switch it up a lot. Use terrain to do some different things. I actually do know some things on Collided that we have not even seen out of these guys, mostly because they're just not amazing. Here's actually one of them right now. Hopping along these back corners can actually set you behind the pole and get a free shot at defenders. If they saw him at all just now, though, he could be in trouble because they have plenty of time to set up. There we go. He is going to be spotted. Alliance actually pegging him from behind, and he's got limited options moving forward now.
Well, the Swedish aimers team is proving to be very effective. Good awareness of the map. They've got a pretty good shot as well. The first attack round didn't work out for him, and I was a little worried for them because we know how good Dignitas can be, but they've proven to be very, very, very good team after that.
Yeah, they're keeping up quite well. Still in the first map here, so after Dignitas put the beating on Thrice, they really haven't shown so much momentum as they are being kept to basically alternating rounds here with Swedish aimers. Dalla Dowie or Dalla Dave, Dalla Dowie, I'm assuming. I don't know. Does Sweden use double V or double U?
I don't know. I'm sorry. We apologize for mispronouncing his name, but we'll just go with, I don't know. What do you want to go with?
Dalla.
Sure, Dalla.
Okay, so Dalla is attacking in. Of course, he does get pegged twice already, and Garpy finishes him off, so no success there. It looks like Dignitas will be back on the attack. Still trading rounds here. Kawa going to give it one more try. He was shut down in the first round.
Yes, he was. And the defensive rounds where Swedish aimers have been a little bit more effective than their attack rounds, with the exception of Alliance. Alliance did have a really almost flawless attack round, landing a 50-meter hit in the middle of that as well.
Yeah, Kawa moving forward now has to deal with Alliance pretty quickly. Misses the open shot on, he basically had his choice there between two defenders, but does finish off Alliance. Only two defenders remaining now. There goes Nicodemus. And suddenly, it's 3 armors against only 1 defenders. Kawa should have a good shot at taking this.
Well, considering Kawa normally has a good shot when it's 1 armor versus 3 defenders, you give him 3 armors. Or maybe that's the opposite then, and then it ends up being more difficult for him.
It's very possible. Well, eventually he'll get to 1 armor, right? Unless time just runs out, which is possible. So now the goal is going to be open. Kawa can just hop on there and try to do the dance and stay on long enough, but he picks off the last defender anyway. So Kawa with another successful attacking round, putting Dignitas up 4-3. Nicodemus needs to try and quickly catch up there with an attacking round of his own to keep Swedish aimers in it. And
he was shut down very quickly in his first attack round, so Alliance was the one who was able to kind of start to even things out. So Nicodemus really needs to be on his A game here. Tries to pick off Zakubis at long range, can't do it. Most likely, Garpy is around that partition wall off to the right-hand side. Cal, of course, trying to get himself that position that he loves, running up behind the attackers.
Okay, moving forward, takes out 1 defender pretty swiftly there. Nicodemus trying to hop up. You can't actually hop on that corner without stamina. I've seen players try to do it a few times now across our multiple qualifiers, but you actually do need a little bit of a run-up to make that. But Nicodemus trying to figure out where Garpy is. He's right in his face, but he can't get away.
And no stamina left. He has some built back up now, and he's going to try and get on the high ground, which is, of course, very, very risky. But, yeah, as soon as he falls off of it, he's popped up in the air and dies immediately.
All right, Zakubis in the good positioning there. If the attacker could have just shot him, he would have had a great chance, but unfortunately Zakubis popped him up in the air. Kind of throws off your aim when your position suddenly changes like that, so not able to do that. Garpy is going to come forward now for Dignitas. Again, I think he did have the successful round. Yes, he did earlier on, where he's taken down to just 1 armor, but showed some really good patience and eventually took the round.
Well, it's a little bit farther back position for Alliance. They don't have 2 defenders running around that little cubby. They didn't even have anyone on the partition wall, so looks like they're a little more afraid of Garpy and his capabilities with the laser. He's trying to roll around the side himself, and well,
oh my goodness, crazy shot there. Basically a 360 no scope. I mean, he doesn't have a scope, and he did spin around in a circle, so I guess that works. Here we go. Still 2 defenders standing, 3 armor remaining. Garpy has a good shot, but you can see he's going to maybe get a little bit frustrated there, trying to shake the cobwebs off his mouse, but the goal is open. He cannot hit that shot, so he most likely is going to get eliminated. He's got 1 more chance if he can pop him. Nope.
Oh, can't get on it. It's 4-5, still in favor of Dignitas. They just have to land this next defensive round in order to take the map. But Alliance, we've seen how strong he is. Looks like they are having a little bit of lag issues here, so possibility we may switch servers after this map.
We could totally discuss it after the map concludes here. Alliance, though, moving forward for Swedish aimers once more. The score is 5-4. If Alliance can't take this round, then Dignitas will move to a 1-0 map score, and Swedish aimers will have the map choice. As we move forward, we see Kawa. Oh, Kawa getting a little bit hasty. I think Alliance was trying to bait him out because he knew he was going to try and swing behind him, but he did not take the shot, could not score that kill.
Ooh, had a nice little peek there over the corner of the map, but isn't able to land it. Now rushing around the side, and he is surrounded by 3 Dignitas players, and Kawa's already hit him once. Zakubis hits 2 more right after that, and that is going to be map score for Team Dignitas.
All right, so it looks like we are most likely going to have to change servers.